The Jake Asman Show will begin shortly. Thanks to all these great Patreon members who help support the show. Get your super chats ready. Jake will be here in just a moment. If you love the New York Jets, this is the place to be. And now, the Jake Asman Show.
ESPN has dished out a final grade for all 32 teams based on what they did this offseason. The Jets grade is out. Did ESPN get it right? We'll talk about that and much more. It's the Jake Asman Show. Let's hit it and get it started. Man, our Jets are primed for a historic season. We bleed Jets green each and every day. This is not the same old Jets. We have Aaron freaking Rodgers. We have Garrett Wilson. Let's go. We have Breece Hall. Please subscribe and hit the like button below. Super chat, baby. Cut the line. We have Sauce Gardner. We have Quinnen Williams. The Jets bandwagon is loaded. Now it's time to talk all things New York Jets. It's the Jake Asman Show. Here we go, Jet fans. Welcome in, everybody. It is time to talk all things New York Jets, plus a recap of the epic Long Island meetup last night in Hicksville. Shout out to all the incredible Asmaniacs who joined us for an awesome evening of eating, drinking, talking Jets, and a heck of a lot more. Special thank you to the best sponsor, NYInjurySolutions.com, the founder, the owner, Jeff Roush, for coming through for all the Asmaniacs. Jeff will be joining us on the show in the coming days to talk more about his business and how we can help many Jet fans out there. But I want to say thank you to him, everyone there last night who came out. It was so great to see so many of you again and meet so many of you for the first time. If you want some behind-the-scenes photos from the event, you have to join the Discord by signing up for the Patreon. We posted videos, behind-the-scenes photos. I put a few up on YouTube community posts and on my Instagram at Jake Asman Show. But if you want more from behind the scenes of the Long Island meetup, you got to get on the Patreon and be a part of our growing community. I also, before we talk Jets, would like to shout out to our guy Neil in Garden City for leading the Jet chant last night.
Is Brock Purdy going to run for his life on the opener? Yeah! Let's go! J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets! Let's go!
Neil coming through, and that was one of the many Jet chants that occurred last night. So shout out to everyone who came out. Special thank you to Matt O'Leary, Nick Faria, and Brandon Pacris, who all came out as well. So we had a couple of the guys that cover the team either on YouTube or on the beat that joined us too. So really, really fun night last night. I'm sure we'll talk more about it when we get to some of the calls coming up. And of course, we will talk about the Jets, but I also have another special announcement I want to make. We have a brand new sponsor to kick off our Football Friday show today. Ladies and gentlemen, the shirt I'm wearing, it's an Homage shirt, the Homage brand. They do vintage-inspired clothing. Folks, if you're a Jet fan, you have to check out the different shirts they have. So what you see on the screen right there is all the shirts they sent me. Now, full disclosure, I've had this Aaron Rodgers shirt for already over a year, well before I even knew that I was going to be working with Homage as a new sponsor. But, I mean, they sent me all these shirts, and if you want any of the shirts you're going to see me display on the screen, just scan that QR code or please use my link in the description. You can get any of their shirts, shorts, sweatshirts. I have a sweatshirt from them that I'm not going to wear because it's 95 degrees in New York City right now. But any of the shirts from Homage that you see me rocking on the show, including this one, which is, I think, my new favorite Jet shirt, the Gotham City Jets football shirt with the new/old logo. I mean, they sent me the ultimate care package to kick off this partnership. So I want to give them plenty of love. They are a great clothing brand. They have every team. We're Jet focused, obviously, on this show. But if you're just a sports fan and you want some gear, I'm telling you, Homage is the place to get your gear from. Scan that QR code on the screen. It takes you right to their website. And if you want the specific shirt that I'm wearing, that is available. It's linked in the description, or just scan that QR code up on the screen. So support me by supporting them, as they're going to be with us throughout the 2024 New York Jets season. So I'm excited about that. Shout out to, once again, Homage for being a part of our show. All right, let's get into some grades now from ESPN. So these were given out by Seth Walder, who, full disclosure, used to be on the Jets beat. And at times, I think he could be a bit of a Jet hater, if I'm going to be totally transparent with you guys. So I was curious to see, where would Seth Walder grade the Jets? Where would he put them? And I think he was actually pretty fair, to give some credit here. He gave the Jets a B+ for his overall grade. You could read the full article on ESPN.com. You have to be an ESPN Plus subscriber, which I am, thanks to my guy Cody Stutes in Houston, whose username I still use. So with that being said, I went through the article, and I will give you guys some takeaways here. So the biggest move he liked, or the biggest move they made, he says, is they traded for edge rusher Hassan Reddick. The move he liked the most was signing Tyron Smith. The move he disliked the most was retaining offensive coordinator Nathaniel Hackett. He wrote, the Jets know who they are, and their 2024 offseason reflected that. With a Super Bowl window that could close after the season, they made moves to shore up needs and crafted a roster around quarterback Aaron Rodgers that has a chance to win. All right, well, here's the thing. If the worst move they made, according to Seth Walder of ESPN, is retaining Hackett, they had a damn good offseason. That's, to me, better than a B+ grade. Now, a B+ grade is not bad, but if the worst move you're saying is they kept Hackett, that means they had a damn good offseason. Because think about it. Hackett's here because Rodgers wants him. The key to the Jets season is Aaron Rodgers coming back from this injury. They already have a 7-win floor with the worst quarterback room ever put together. They now have Aaron Rodgers, who's backed up by Tyrod Taylor, who's a pro. So if the worst move they made is keeping the offensive coordinator that Aaron Rodgers has won 2 MVPs with, that's a great offseason for the Jets. Because think about it. If your concern with Hackett is that he stinks, I'm not going to tell you you're wrong that he stinks. But I will tell you that Aaron Rodgers, I think, neutralizes a lot of your fears about Nathaniel Hackett. This is no different than Brady having his guy in New England, Peyton Manning having Adam Gase in Denver. And by the way, we'll get to Gase. You see what Le'Veon Bell was tweeting about Adam Gase? Just makes you remember just how dark it was, Jet fans, during the Gase era. But anyway, if the worst thing you could say is they kept Hackett, they've had a damn good offseason. Now, Walder went on to write, don't get me wrong, the Jets offense hinges on a 3-leg health parlay of Rodgers, Smith, and wide receiver Mike Williams. It's a long shot the group lasts the year together, but if it does, the Jets have a real chance, and that's why these moves made sense. The point is to win the Super Bowl, and this was the best way to try. The one insurance policy was using a first-round pick on offensive tackle, Olu Fashanu, but I like this in conjunction with 2 veteran tackle acquisitions, Morgan Moses being the other beyond Smith. On average, rookie tackles, even first-rounders, are below average. To count on Fashanu right away would have been tough for a team with this short of a window, but at the same time, he at least provides depth behind 2 injury-risk veterans. The Eagles got the best of the Jets in an informal swap of Reddick and Bryce Huff. They are similar players, but the Eagles received a 3rd-round pick for the younger but more unproven Huff. Couple things on that. If the goal is to win the Super Bowl, the Eagles did not get the better of the deal. That pick that he brings up, a 3rd-rounder, is in 2026. If you're trying to win the Super Bowl in 2024, your logic is horse bleep that Hassan Reddick is not better than Bryce Huff. And I like Bryce Huff, and I was team sign Bryce Huff. But if you're giving the Jets credit for being all in with Mike Williams, Tyron Smith, etc., you then can't say that the Eagles got the better of the swap with Huff and Reddick when Reddick's been a better player than Huff. Reddick's had 10 or more sacks 4 years in a row. Bryce Huff just did it once. So this part of the article, I think, is horse crap. Now, he says they did err in signing Javon Kinlaw. Had they not, they likely would have been entitled to a 4th-round comp pick. Look, if your goal is to win the Super Bowl, and Robert Saleh and Jeff Ulbrich think that Kinlaw, who's a former first-round pick, that Salo was a part of the regime that drafted in 2020, if he thinks that guy can help your defense and could play next to Quinn Williams, I'm going to take the Jets' value on that player and give them the benefit of the doubt over an analytics guy from ESPN saying, well, they could have had a fourth-round comp pick next year. You can't be half pregnant, Seth. You're saying the Jets made the right moves to try and win the Super Bowl, and now you're nitpicking going with Hassan Reddick and Javon Kinlaw because you couldn't get a fourth-round comp pick. So that doesn't make any sense, that part of the article. The overall grade, though, I'll say is fair, B+. Now, what I have an issue with is some of the teams that also got B+ or some of the teams that got like an A-. Like the Dolphins got an A-. They lost Christian Wilkins and Robert Hunt. I don't understand that one. They have not been able to figure out Tua's contract situation. So I'm not exactly sitting here saying the Dolphins have had a better offseason than the Jets. So that's why I think it's a little wonky. Will I settle for a B+ from a known Jets hater? Sure. But even the rationale for why they got a B+ to me is still disrespectful. This was an A offseason. A-. You want to nitpick a couple of things, fine. But in the article, it's talking about, well, they made moves to win the Super Bowl, and then we're getting caught up on not being able to get a fourth-round compensatory pick next year because they signed Javon Kinlaw. Who cares? The Eagles got the better of the swap. No, they didn't. Not if you're trying to win this year. So that's my main issue with the article. But that being said, I'll take a B+. Now they're going to win. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Comments, questions, super chats will cut the line. I also want to share this. Entering today's program, we are 104 members away from a new emoji. We are now 103 members away from a new Asmaniac emoji. Angelo Smith, shout out to you. You are officially an Asmaniac. And if you caught yesterday's show, we hit the new threshold to land ourselves a brand new Asmaniac emoji. So, ladies and gentlemen, it was long overdue. But, folks, the Mike D's Nuts emoji is live. Live. Mike D's Nuts. Who?
Is this Mike D's Nuts?
You bet your sweet ass it is. So shout out to Mike D's Nuts. We appreciate his incredible support of us here on the channel. And his emoji is live for all to use when Mike D's Nuts does what he does. All right. Comments, questions, super chats will cut the line. Once again, I can't thank NewYorkInjurySolutions.com and Jeff Roush enough for hosting all of us last night in Hicksville. Shout out to the Jet fans. And one more time, hit it, Neil.
Is Brock Purdy going to run for his life on the opener? Fuck yeah! He's going to die. Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go!
Yeah. First up on the show is a man who made the trek to Long Island yesterday. Mr. Bonesy starts us off. What's up, Bones? Unmute your mic, Bonesy.
You're right. I was muted. My bad, bro. What's up, man?
What's going on?
Oh man, what a day yesterday. I mean, all these Asmaniacs showing up, showing their support. It's really just. I didn't even get to tell one quick story when Jay Quest picked me up off the train, right? So when I walked down the tracks, I'm looking for him. He told me he was in a red Honda Accord. I'm looking around, and I see this animal-looking thing with a mask on with a sign saying Mr. Bonesy. So I was just like, that's how my day started off, you know? And then we get to the place and meeting everybody. Jake, what you do for our community, it's like showing up with all those people. It's like we knew each other for forever. You know, I'm meeting people for the first time. It feels like we're family. You know, it's meeting. I met your parents. because when we were in Vegas, I met your aunt and uncle. So now I got to meet the real creators of this this Superman we got in front of us. It was awesome kicking it with your dad, and Gary showed up. The food trucks had chicken and pasta on it, and it was delicious. I mean, it was a great time, and shout out to everybody I met. It was really fun. I wanted to start off with that.
It was a blast. And seeing Gary walk in the fold, I mean, highlight of the night, wearing his Antonio Cromartie jersey, just unbelievable seeing Gary. And Gary, the best part about Gary is, so for those who caught the end of yesterday's second show, his daughter called in when Gary was in the shower. Gary had no idea that Decker even called into the show.
So funny, man. Gary was great. Everybody was great. A lot of people there we already kicked it with, like Snowball and Neil and Rob, and we've all been, Dre being there, but all the new faces that came out, it was a blast. Neil with his chant, that was epic. And how funny was it that the party had like other people not there that were Jets fans, and they were looking at us like, why all these Jets? What is going on?
It was amazing.
Guys who didn't realize what was going on. We gave them your channel and stuff, and they're ready to go.
It was a blast, man. It really was. I'm so glad you made it, man. I know it's a hike for you to have to work a full day, come out to Long Island, and go all the way back to where you live. What time did you get home last night?
I got home at 1:00. When you came on to Shine's show when you were on your way home, I was on the train watching. And we were just hanging out again. But listen, these times don't come often when we're going to get to meet all these people. There was other people like Dre Day came all the way from Maryland. I mean, I missed Chef, but I saw him come at the end. I'm sorry I missed you, Chef. He came with the gas station pizza, man. That's
Shout out to Chef Kevin. He showed up with a box. And on Sharpie, it said gas station pizza. And it truly was gas station looking pizza inside. He was going to give it to Gary, but he got there too late. Unfortunately, Gary left already. But just the power of the Asmaniacs is incredible. I'm blown away every time we get to do events like that. I mean, that was so much fun.
It was epic, man. Shout out to everybody. And one thing I will say, too, I'll do a little shameless promo. Tonight, Bonesy's on 6 to 8 on the 411 with VR and Johnny. Please come chill, man. It's going to be a good time. We're getting this show out on the right start. So hopefully I see you all guys tonight. And Jake, again, man, thanks for the new family. We are 0 to none, this Asmaniacs crew. We are straight family. So
I love it. Bones, great to see you as always. And I'm sure I'll see you soon.
See you soon, bro.
Ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Bonesy doing his thing. Great to see him. Great to see so many last night. Just incredible. Debo Vibes just became an Asmaniac. Boom. That means by my math, we are 101 Asmaniacs away from a new emoji. By the way, we hit over 2,000 channel members yesterday. YouTube sent me a notification. Just incredible. Debo says, Jake, big time shout out from Atlanta. Just joined him, officially an Asmaniac Falcons fan, but I love the show. How does that happen, Debo? I love it. I appreciate it, man. A Falcons fan? You like a show about the Jets? That's awesome. Did Bang Mateo refer you? That's my question. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Let's go to another guy who was at the meetup last night. Rob, the Jet fan from Glenhead. What's up, Rob?
Jake, my brother. How are you, buddy?
What's up, Rob? You had a good time last night?
Phenomenal, buddy. You know how to throw a party. Let me tell you.
I appreciate
you really know how to throw a party. It was good. And when you first said the 3 trucks of food, I never associate good food on a truck, ever, to be honest with you. You know what? You made me a believer yesterday because that food was damn good. Damn good. I was very impressed. Very impressed, Jake.
Glad you had fun, Rob. The food was good, yeah. And despite Neil trying to drain the bar with 10 tequila shots right off the bat, there was enough alcohol for everyone too.
That was funny. He's such a character, Neil. I love Neil. I want to throw out some shout outs here because I want to show the love to the new people. Peter Castro. I was dead wrong about that guy. He is a good guy. I like him a lot. He's a cool dude. Tommy, a.k.a. Purple Belt. Generdry, Gary, Dre Day, who came from Maryland, Jay Quest, your lovely mom and dad, of course. Jake, they're wonderful people. And then, of course, the gang, Neil, Bonesy, Dre, Snowball, Matt O'Leary, Nick, Faria. I mean, I just had a wonderful time. Thank you for including me. You guys are the best. I love you guys. Just wanted to mention one thing. I don't know if you knew about this. You're probably going to find out. There was a real bad episode on Bobby's show. I don't know if you heard about it. Bobby had a tremendous fight with a guy named Murder. You know that guy Murder? Is that his name? You ever hear of him?
No clue.
Well, Mike D's Nuts, obviously.
Well, do I know Mike D's Nuts? I mean, come on now.
Is this Mike D's Nuts?
And Bobby kind of had a little bit of a disagreement with him, too. They all bailed. Bobby threw one guy off the show. And then Mike D's Nuts got a little bit annoyed and he got off of the show. And I felt bad because, Bobby, a couple of things were taken out of context, of course. But then the guy kind of said something under his breath, like cursing at Bobby, and Bobby lost his shit. Bobby got pissed. I mean, definitely a must-see, Jake. You got to rewind on his 4-hour and 41-minute show. Timestamp was about the 3-hour mark that this happened to help you out a little. But it was pretty bad. It was not good. Nick Shine came to the rescue and calmed Bobby.
Apparently, it's been settled and it's all good. So I don't think we're that concerned over Bobby Midnight drama. So don't worry.
Good. Because I felt bad. I love Bobby. I want his show obviously to keep going. So that's kind of why I mentioned it. And I know you guys are tight, but had an epic time. Thank you so much for including me. Love you guys. J-E-T-S. Jets.
Is Brock Purdy gonna run for his life on the opener? Fuck yeah! He's gonna die. Let's go. J-E-T-S. Jets. Let's go.
I think low-key the best part of that clip is someone, I don't know who said it, low-key is like, he's going to die. Talking about Brock Purdy. Just epic. Just epic. What a day. What a night. Thanks to everyone who came out. So much fun. More of your calls right now. Simon's on the line. What's up, Simon?
Hey, what's up, Jake? So I had two things I just picked up on kind of when you were talking about this guy's final grade, right? It kind of started off with this being potentially the closure of the Jets Super Bowl window. So this brought me to a thought I've been a little confused about, even though I listen to every single one of your shows and BJF and everybody. But, that to me is kind of like a nod to two things, right? Some of them, these, what seem to be 1-year guys like Reddick or Tyron Smith, right? Or Morgan Moses, that may not, stick on past this year. But additionally, on the other hand, you could interpret that as Rodgers. So what I've been confused about is the actual original contract that we have with Rodgers. My understanding originally, this time last summer was that there were 2 years with the guaranteed money, and then the actual contract actually was like 4 or 5 years, but without guarantees. And so, the kind of not really there situation. And then with him in some of his comments, so I think I'm pretty clear that this year, is what it is. But is there an actual next year or not? Like
there is. Yeah, he's under contract as far as like real money through the end of 2025. His base salary next year is $37 million. All
right, so that's what I thought. So when I hear a comment like that, I'm sort of thinking like, well, I mean, it's a little premature to make that kind of statement, especially if like, the major piece that's, putting us in contention there is, hypothetically still going to be around as long as it doesn't just, something tragic happens this year.
Well, it's twofold though, Simon. It's the comments about like but the comments about winning now is based on the fact that you don't get 2025 with Rodgers and this regime if you don't win something in 2024 first. So he's under contract, but the team could look a lot different if it blows up in their face and they're not good this year. So that's why it's all in for this year, and you have next year. But beyond that, there's an unknown. But he is under contract for another year.
All right, well, fair enough. Because that makes sense. But I'm thinking like, hey, you lose a close one in the second round of the playoffs, or you lose the AFC Championship. I see them doubling down. I wouldn't see that as the closure of your Super Bowl window.
Yeah, look, to me, the way that they have structured these contracts, they have flexibility to sign their own guys starting next year. Like, they have a lot of dead cap this year. Look at the amount of cap space the Jets have next year. They have a lot, but that cap space is going to be absorbed very quickly when you're paying Sauce, Garrett, when you start paying these guys. So they're built to win this year, recalculate, and then go for it again next year, assuming that, it doesn't blow up in their face and they're 7-10 this year and they're firing everyone, and then you have a new regime coming in who's probably going to jettison whatever was here and start over in a lot of areas.
All right. Okay. Thanks for the clarification. I mean, I'm on the same page with that, right? Like, but I to your point, I was more assuming it's like, as long as there was like very significant progress and it looked like the team was playing the way we expect, it just maybe, a coin flip or two or a play or three, gave us the misfortune. I wouldn't see why we would clean house at that point. So, all right, I'm aligned with you. Thanks, Jake.
Simon, enjoy the hike or whatever it is you're doing. Don't worry, man. We're all in the win this year. All right. I'm not worried about 2025. I want to win this year. All right. Hit it, Neil.
Is Brock Purdy going to run for his life on the opener? Yeah! He's going to die. Let's go. Jets, Jets. Let's go.
Yeah. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, for the first time today, 5 memberships have been gifted courtesy of our guy, Rick Kent.
Money.
If you hear your name called, you thank Rick Kent, AD83, Adam Preciani, K. Suave Chambers, and Tam. You guys are all officially channel members. Let's go. Ladies and gentlemen, Mike D's Nuts says, happy Friday to everyone. Mike D's Nuts, we say thank you, sir, for all you do, and I hope you enjoy the official D's Nuts emoji, which is now live for all the Asmaniacs. Comments, questions, super chats. We'll cut the line. Steven NYC wants to know, hey, Neil, where can I get that shirt you wore last night? I like the hat Neil wore last night. It was a Carhartt hat. It was like the mechanic jet hat.
Is Brock Purdy going to run for his life on the opener?
Just tremendous. And Brock Purdy will be running for his life in the opener. I'll answer Neil's question. That's the plan. Also, special shout out to members of the 4% that were out last night. Genergy, Cynthia, they were a big part of our crew last night. So we had plenty of Asmaniacs well represented. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is a man who might be sleeping. He might be in the kitchen. He might be on the toilet. I guess we're all going to have to find out right now.
It's time for another V-Man call. Hopefully he's not on the toilet.
V-Man, hello.
Hey, Jake, how you doing?
What's up, V-Man? Looks like you're in the kitchen.
Yeah, no. I wish I could have been with you guys, but like I said, I was out doing active. I was out meet together with like-minded Puerto Rican activists. So who had just finished up a thing at the UN. So it's, I'll come out to the next one.
I'm sure you will.
We now go live to our political expert, Vincent.
You're a political clown show. That's what you are. Have you ever seen a Green Party activist knock on your door? I haven't.
Helping us change the world. Thank you, V-Man.
V-Man?
Yeah. Oh, yeah, no. So, I just can't wait for the football season, man. It's just, we're in that lull point. It's getting I'm getting antsy, and then, you pretty much got hockey. You got the NBA wrapped up. Hockey's pretty much going to wrap up, barring, a reverse sweep from the Oilers.
Well, it's not wrapped up just yet. I mean, they're literally going to Game 6 in Edmonton.
We'll see what happens, but let's see if Canada can finally get out of its curse. But, I just can't wait for football, man. I'm getting antsed up and hyped. And And I feel like honestly, the grade for the season was a little low for my blood.
Yeah, look, B-man, I tend to think so as well because I just think there was clear contradictions in the assessment of it. On one hand, you're commending them for the Mike Williams and Tyron Smith signing. What's up with the beer can, B-man? We can't see your face now.
Sorry.
And then on the other hand, you're saying, well, I would have gave them a higher grade if they didn't sign Javon Kinlaw because it cost them a 4th-round compensatory pick next year. Like, I don't give a damn about a 4th-round compensatory pick.
It's a 4th round compensatory. Like, what is that? What are the odds of that 4th round pick amounting to anything?
Exactly. Like, to me, it just doesn't matter.
No, it doesn't matter. It's like, look, the Jets did everything they needed to do in this offseason. They did. They overhauled the offensive line. They brought in wide receiver depth. They got a competent backup. I mean, the only other thing that you could really argue they could have done if you want to make them be better is, obviously you get rid of Hackett and the O-line coach. That's the only really things that if you were to be frustrated with the Jets offseason is that. But Rodgers loves Hackett, and they just feel comfortable with the O-line coach, whether you like it or not. He's going to be here. But besides that, everything else that you wanted them to do, they did.
They did. Hey, yo, V-Man, you know what I want you to do?
What?
Get back to pooping.
That's the end of this V-Man call. Time for him to get back to pooping.
Ladies and gentlemen, the great V-Man. One of the all-time greats, folks. One of the all-time greats. Hockey is far from over, though, V-Man. All right, I think Edmonton wins tonight. We're going to 7. All right, the way McDavid's playing right now, you kidding me? He might win the Conn Smythe in a losing effort. That's how good he's been during these playoffs. Especially these last, really, 2 games. Unreal. I'm on Mad Dog Sports Radio tonight. Let me plug that. Should have plugged it at the beginning, but we had a new sponsor to talk about. We had the Long Island Meetup. I'm hosting tonight, 7 p.m. to 10 p.m. Eastern Time, Channel 82 on Sirius XM. I'll be reacting live to Game 6 tonight. That and much more. John LG, who came out to the party last night, says leaving Hall off the top 100's clickbait. They get more press leaving him off than putting him on. That's fair, John. Great to meet you last night. John brought a 1967 official New York Jets yearbook, and him and Neil were going through it, remembering the old names, and it was very cool. 1967, vintage condition. John's parents saved it for him growing up. Pretty cool to see. Alan wrote something nice at the beginning of the show. Wanted to stop by and say that the picks from last night look great. Hope Gary stole the show. Gary's entrance was pretty epic. When he showed up, the crowd went wild. When he showed up, people stopped what they were doing and said, holy crap, it's the guy with the worst takes in the history of pathetic takes. And then someone said, takes about what? And then someone else said, well, not just football, about food as well. And then someone else said, well, what has been his worst takes? To which I said, all of them. Every single time. I kid. But it was nice to meet Gary last night. He was fun. Ladies and gentlemen, if you missed yesterday's show, we forced Alan to give us a Jet chant with an Aaron Rodgers jersey on. All right, I'm like, Alan, it's June 20th. The vibes are high. You can't be negative. Prove you're a Jet fan. And Alan gave us a Jet chant. Shout out to Alan. More of your calls right now. This guy was at our event last night. Tommy, OG Jet fan. What's up, Tommy?
Oh, Jake, I'm online?
You're on, Tommy. You're up next, baby.
What's up, my brother? How are you, my man? Thank you so much for last night. It was amazing, dude. Like, my phone's like upside down, right? That's why, because I don't have this on. Hold on. Sorry. I thought I was still watching your recap from last night. My bad.
You're good, man. You're on the air.
Dude, last night was amazing. It was so nice to meet all you Asmaniacs, man, from J Energy to your parents, to your aunt, to your dad, to your stepdad, to everybody, dude. Like, it was awesome. I was sitting there, literally, Jake, check this out. I was sitting there at like 6:42, and then across the street, I'm just sitting in like a random parking lot, and I see J Quest, Bonesy, And who else did they come with? They came with one other guy. It was Jake West, Bonesy, and it was like the three elites. How am I forgetting who else it was? It was Bonesy, Jake West, and anyway, I'm sorry forgetting your name, but we walked into all together, and I'm like, wow, this is the clique right here. Like it wasn't
It was Bethpage Chris.
It wasn't Mr. Chicken. It wasn't Chicken and it wasn't Gary met later with Dre.
Yes.
Gary came later with Dre.
But
it was somebody.
You're thinking of Chris from Bethpage, Tommy.
Yes, Chris from Bethpage. Yes. So we walked in as soldiers, right? And then what a great time, guys. But to make a Jets point, like just what an amazing time I had. Thank you for having me. I still need your Jake, if I need your email or something so I got to donate to your I tried to do it through Zelle, but it wasn't working, so I got to do it through Venmo.
Yeah, if anyone still wants to donate, we raised some money last night, close to $1,000 already for the National Alliance for Mental Health. If you want to donate, either Venmo or Zelle. My Venmo is Jake-Asman. You'll know it's me because it's me wearing an Aaron Rodgers jersey at the tailgate I hosted last year. And then the last 4 digits are 0471 for that. And my Zelle, if you want to make a contribution, is just asmanjake@gmail.com.
So you said 0471 is the last 4?
Yes. I like how we're doing this on the air.
Yes.
0471. 0471.
Last night meeting Gary, meeting Rob from Glenhead, some real Jet fans, dude. Like I can't wait for the season to pick up, and I can't wait for us to start having some wins so we can all really like have some love and really care about this team. How we all care about the Jets, of course, but if we lose and we have another losing season, we're all still gonna love each other as people because we're Jet fans. That's how we are. But like it's gonna suck. Like we gotta win, baby. Win now, baby. It's our year. It's our next 2 years. It's our window. Let's take it off, bro. Let's win the Super Bowl for the next 2-3 years straight and be different than anybody else. Like let's do it. Like I'm not scared of no team. You've seen me. I'm not scared of nothing, bro. We got our Jets as maniacs. Like let's take care of business. Week 1 we smack San Fran up. Then God forbid, of course, we lose a game later down the year just because we're effing around or whatever. When we're just we got to lose one, God forbid. But week 1, San Fran, we smacked them right in the mouth. There ain't nobody gonna be There ain't nobody gonna be messing with us, bro. There ain't nobody gonna be messing with us. We go week 1, we win in San Fran. We go to Tennessee, we win, and then we come home to New England. Bring it, baby, 3-0. Jake, I let you go, my brother. Have a good one, my friend.
Tommy, appreciate you coming out last night, man. You brought the energy. It was nice to meet you. Very nice to meet you. Ladies and gentlemen, we have some controversy going on in the chat. What else is new? V-Man writes in with a super chat of $5. Jake, can you reprimand Hector Cabrera? He's attacking me for not being Puerto Rican enough and not being able to speak English. Now, full disclosure, I've not really been following the back and forth between V-Man and Hector in the chat, but I did come across this comment here from Hector who says, "Don't talk about Puerto Rico again, you drunk bastard." Now, without having any of the context, what I'm simply going to do is back my guy V-Man. So, Hector, we will see you in 24 hours.
Now look what you've done. No more protection from the Asmaniacs. Had to pull you out of the chat and cast you down with the sodomites. Some time in here will feel like you've been run over by the lane train. You understand me? You catch my drift? Give them another 24 hours to think about it.
Now, V-Man, I want to make it clear. I have your back, but I have no idea what the argument was. So to basically stop it from happening, we'll put him in the hole for 24, but you can't bring up Puerto Rico at all. All right? You can't egg anyone else on in the chat. We're ending the Puerto Rican discussion. I think that's fair. All right? Speaking of which, V-Man is called back in. So let's debut a brand new, I'm going to contradict myself immensely here. Puerto Rican intro.
It's time for V-Man to talk about Puerto Rico and his Puerto Rican roots.
I just want to call, like, I just want to say what this guy was saying. He was bashing me for only going to Puerto Rico once in my life. I'm sorry my family was too poor to afford trips to go to Puerto Rico frequently. I'm sorry I was born autistic, that I'm not incapable, that my doctor said I was incapable of learning a second language as a child. They told me, my parents, to focus on one language. I'm sorry if that bothers you, but this is what the guy was bashing me for. I just want to air it out because it was just infuriating me. It's like, I'm sorry. That's why I just had to call back in and just say that. I mean,
have you gotten it off your chest? Are we good?
Yeah, I mean, I think and then he was just bashing me for pointing out that, like, Puerto Rican Spanish is a very unrefined Spanish, which, like, when you compare it to other Spanish dialects, it's sloppy.
Man, who cares? Who cares?
I know, but I just don't like being. I don't like being it's like you're going to attack someone for being incapable of affording something. I think that's just offensive.
I threw him in the hole. Are you happy?
Yeah.
All right. I
just wanted to air that out. So everyone knows.
That's the end of that V-Man call. Now he can go back to sleeping.
Good God. I need training camp to start, folks. Get me to July 23rd. I can't do it anymore. Oh, my God. Steven, Super Chat, $1.99. Thank you, Steven. Another 90 cents and I could ride the subway later. Can't wait. $2.90 for the subway. What's up with that? Addison writes in, I came into work just to find out that I'm off today. Anyone who's seen the Bobby Midnight Show knows exactly why this happened to Addison. And I'll leave it at that. Ladies and gentlemen, Kyle Clifton, next up on the show. What's up, Kyle?
I can't wait for training camp either. We're going to talk about the virtues of the Dominican Spanish versus the Puerto Rican Spanish versus Catalan. What are we doing here? Anyway, Jake, I don't know if you saw yesterday. I don't know if you have a subscription to The Athletic, but Randy Mueller had an article about the Jets and their all-in approach. Did you happen to catch that at all?
I have not, but I've had Randy on the show a bunch, so I respect his opinion.
Yeah, he was basically saying, how it was making it difficult for them to approach guys like Conklin and Carter about extending them because he doesn't know if he's going to be there, right? And they're not going to sign with a guy if they don't, if they believe in Douglas, they're not going to re-sign there because they believe in his approach. And I just wanted to see what you thought about that.
Yeah, I think those contracts could get done though, because at the end of the day, like, guys want to be paid. So if you're offering them guaranteed money, they'll consider it. I don't know if they're going to try and extend either of those guys though before the year. I would try and extend Carter now. I don't know if they're going to do it.
Right. I've never had a problem with Mueller before, and usually has pretty good stuff. But it was kind of a unique perspective as far as the downside of the all-in approach.
Yeah, I'll have to read the article. Maybe we'll do a separate reaction video on it, or just get Randy on the show again because I'm a big fan of his.
Very good. Enjoy the weekend, guys.
Where are you, Kyle? Looks like you're enjoying the weekend.
I'm on my lunch. I'm working from home full time, so I'm out on the patio under the umbrella enjoying the sun a little bit.
Not a little hot though, no?
With the umbrella, I got a beach breeze here, so it's not so bad.
All right. Well, Kyle, you enjoy your day.
Take care, man.
I love it. Kyle Clifton checking in. Oh my God. I love it. Hit the like button if you're just tuning in. Steven NYC has raised his donation to $5. Let's go, baby. There's a Subway ride right there. Anyone going to Subway Series next week? I'll be at Citi Field. All right. Let's see. Ryan writes in, quote from BJF yesterday, in an offense that seemingly coaches his players to drop passes and commit penalties, Tyler Conklin is a rebel. I didn't get to see his show yesterday because we had our event, but that sounds like a BJF quote, and I enjoy that. K-Brock says, Jake, are you joining the Boy Green and Nick Shine for the opener party? I will probably stop by and say hello to those guys. I was on with Nick last night, and he told me about it, but I am not a part of that party per se. I'll be in L5 for the opener. Peter says, Jake, I wish I could have gone yesterday, but I had tickets to the Yankees-Orioles game, and it was definitely not worth it. Well, you could have left after the first inning of that game when they were down 6-0. You would have been just in time. What a disaster that was. Yankees need 2 high-leverage bullpen arms, and they obviously need to get another bat. That's where it starts. At least they're as good as they've been. At least some of their flaws are being exposed in June and not October. They got plenty of time to fix this roster. That's the bottom line. Comments, questions, super chats, more of your calls right now. The big fella's up next. Hello, big fella.
Hey, Jake, congratulations on last night, man.
I wish you were there, man. I wish you were there.
Yeah, I wish I was there too. I mean, it looked like a great time. Pictures are amazing on Discord. If you're not a member of Discord, definitely get on that Patreon and get that Discord, man.
We need more members, man. People don't realize the value of that being on there and the community aspect.
Yeah, it's awesome. Let me tell you, it's well worth the money. So
you're $5 a month.
That's right. Now about these rankings, Walden said that we got a B+, but it really doesn't make sense to me. Reddick is proven, Huff isn't. Over the long term. I mean, Huff is younger, but Reddick has, way more experience. He's better against the run. I don't see how you could put Huff above Reddick in that. The 3rd round pick we recouped, and it's also the one that we lost is in 2026. It makes no sense to even bring that up. They tried to replace Hackett in the offseason. They couldn't do it. So, that's.
And even if they didn't, right? Or even if they didn't try, like if the move you dislike the least for an offseason is retaining a coach your Hall of Fame quarterback is on board with, like that to me is not that big of a deal in the grand scheme of things.
Yeah, and the Kinlaw thing with the reasoning, is stupid. Oh, we could get a 4th round pick. How do you know that pick's going to be good anyway?
It's also a pick for next year's draft. It wouldn't have even been a pick that could have helped them in this year's draft.
Yeah,
right?
I'm just telling you, it makes no sense. And then you were saying about how Miami got an A or an A- or something like that. They did nothing. They actually lost talent. We actually brought in talent. Who could have thought that we would bring in two starting tackles? That's an accomplishment in itself. To me, it's just more gas on the fire. For this season, disrespect. It's a B+, but it's pretty much, we didn't give you an A. I don't know. That's how I view that. Now about the Yankees, is it time to worry about Clay Holmes?
This is kind of who he is, though. He's unbelievable, and then he has like a rough stretch every year. He's streaky. That's kind of him.
Well, the last 3 starts have been terrible. Not starts. The last 3 relief appearances have been terrible.
Yeah, but one of them is in extra innings. He's not a strikeout guy. And you start with the Manfred runner on second and it puts you in a tough spot. It's an unearned run that he allows there. So the Yankees are 1-6 in extra inning games this year because they don't have enough strikeout guys in their bullpen. So they're not built to play extra innings where the ball's put into play. All of a sudden the runner gets the 3rd sack fly, you lose the game. They're not built for extra innings. Which is fine for the playoffs because the ghost runner is not a thing in the postseason.
You think Boone is handling the bullpen well or not? I don't think he is.
Well, what options does he really have? Marinaccio they just sent down. He's been terrible. They only have a finite amount of options. They need to me 2 more relievers.
But he's only allowing them to pitch one inning, and then they're off the next day. You have to let them pitch more than 1 inning. It's a lot of micromanaging. I'm not a big fan of that.
Yeah, I guess it's fair. There's also the burnout effect too. You don't want to burn guys out in June. They had the best record in baseball. Even with losing 2 out of 3 of the Orioles.
That's true. All right, Jake. Well, have a good day, man, and go Jets.
Well, I'll tell you what, big fella. The next meetup, we need you there. Your presence was requested.
Hey, if I could have made it, I would have been there, brother.
I love it. We'll see you at the next one. The great big fella. Check it in. Ladies and gentlemen, it is time for everyone's favorite. Ladies and gentlemen, intro number 7, Bobby Midnight, right now.
Oh, I'm doing another Zoom meeting. Oh, farts, Jake's going live. Gotta end my friggin' stream. I'm Bobby.
That's the 7th one. I only thought I had 6.
Yeah, nope, you have 7 now, and it all started with this.
Well, you know I love the Yankees and the Jets, and to read the super chats are more than just a hat. Bobby.
Oh, that's amazing. Isn't Gator great?
No, he's terrible.
No, he's great.
He's pretty good. Pretty good.
I think the Jets deserve a B+, like I said.
I think it should be higher than that.
Okay, A then.
Yeah, that's fair.
How's that sound? Better?
That sounds good to me.
Oh, good. You got a haircut?
I got a shape up.
You look like you got a haircut. Looks
Mm.
good.
I got it yesterday. Thank you.
Looking good. I'm the first one who brought it up to you today, huh?
That's right. You're the
And
only one
I-
who probably would bring it up to me on a Jet show.
Well, you're not wearing a hat today, so I figured I'd say something.
I don't always wear a hat.
Most of the time you do.
I mean, I have a hat sponsor, so I wear that multiple
Yeah,
times a week.
Hookah House. Yeah.
Mhm.
So, what Neil looked awesome yesterday.
Oh yeah, you were asked about a ton, Bobby. People wanted you there.
I wish I'm living in Vermont. How the hell could they come down on the third?
Is Brock Purdy gonna run for his life on the opener? Fuck yeah! He's gonna die. Let's go. J-E-T-S, Jets, Jets, Jets. Let's go.
And then I heard you're doing something upstate. Are you doing the upstate one?
I'm waiting to hear back from Scott. He's going to put me in touch with the mayor, and we're going to hammer out the details of that one.
Well, I could be up that one. I only live an hour and a half away from Albany.
Who's calling Bobby Midnight Enterprises?
Spam.
Oh,
I don't like spam.
me neither.
No. So you have a radio station tonight?
Do I have a radio station?
I mean, you're going to be on the radio station. I mean,
That is correct. Mad Dog Radio.
at 7 to 10.
7 to 10 Eastern. Yep.
Okay. And then are you going to have a second show of the day or no?
Probably not. I have meetings all throughout the afternoon for other meetups and stuff I'm working on.
Oh, okay. That's good. Okay. You need a break once in a while.
I tell this to you all the time.
Yeah, I know. Let's go Orioles tonight. Kick those Panthers' asses.
You mean, did you say the Orioles or the Oilers?
Oilers. Let's go kick some Panthers' butt.
That's right.
Get rid of them. The Yankees are going to win tonight. I'm not worrying about the Braves. They stink.
I mean, they don't stink. They're
They
40. They're second in the division. They're
Yeah,
technically
how
over
many
500.
games out of first place?
Well, I mean, the Phillies have the best record in the National League.
Yeah, but still, I don't like the Braves. They stink.
No. Okay. Do they smell?
They stink. Like you
Yeah.
said, that Zach Wilson stinks. He stinks. All right. So if you need help, I'll read off. I'll stay in the background. Be quiet. Okay.
All right. Sounds good.
Bye now.
Bye, Bobby.
Bye.
Well, you know that Al's a lion crap of crap. You should check out my new hat. The Jets are freaking awesome. Bobby.
Yeah. I love it. I love it. All right. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Bonesy's Uber driver is up next. Hello, Bonesy's Uber driver.
Jake, how you doing, brother?
Hey, Bonesy's Uber driver. How are you?
I'm good. Listen, I had the luxury of picking up Bonesy at the Hicksville train station. What a fine gentleman he is. Really is. Few thoughts on that. I picked up Bonesy at the Hicksville train station, and I dropped him off with Jay Quest. And out of the woods, Jake, out of the woods, came a man, as we know, as Tommy OG, with a beer in his hand, comes out of fucking nowhere, Jake. Me and Bonesy and Jay Quest are like, what the fuck is going on here with this guy? It was unbelievable. You know, I spent the night in the background. They put me in the basement because they didn't want me out here with this terrible look face I have. That being said, the best part of the night, Jake, I have to say, is you manhandling your mother out of the. That might have been the night. I was right there behind you. You didn't see me. It's kind of crouching down. What a night, Jake. What a night.
She was trying to get in the listener photo. I was like, Mom, this is for listeners, not for you to jump in the middle. What's going on here?
Also, I was able to take, listen to this. In my Uber, I had Gary, Tommy OG, Bonesy, and Jay Quest in one car.
Mm-hmm.
Drove back to Hicksville. Tommy OG didn't even know there was food there. That's how he had no clue there was food.
Not just food, 3 food trucks of delicious food.
The food was fantastic. They had no dog food or cat food, whatever the fuck I am. But I got to say, it was great. Listen, have a great day, Jake, and great show, great community. Love you guys.
Thank you, Bonesy's Uber driver. Excellent call out of you. Just tremendous. Appreciate you calling in. Oh my God. More calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, many people didn't believe this guy was actually going to be there last night, but he walked in with his Antonio Cromartie jersey on, and the place went nuts. Gary joins us now. Hello, Gary.
I appreciate it, Jake. The event was great. Thank you for putting that together. I'll make my donation. I don't know how to use Zelle, so when I get my wife, I'll send a donation. I appreciate the event. Really great work. And the food was really good. I was with Rob. Like, I know there's good food from food trucks, but like, I think for older people, like, you're kind of hesitant. The food was really good. The food, I don't know. Did you have any of the sausages and peppers?
What about the pasta and the pizza?
I didn't get any of the pasta and chicken, if that's what you're asking.
I heard you approved of the pizza, though.
The pizza was really good. The Sicilian upside down. He called it like the wild slice or something like that. That was really good. Like, that was 8-1 pizza, if you're familiar with Dave Portnoy's score.
Mm-hmm.
I'd say it's 8-1. The sausage, that's the slice too. Does that guy, is he just a food truck, or does he have a store?
I think it's just a food truck, but I can ask the powers that be for you.
That guy is fantastic. That pizza is real. I would be like, pizza out of a truck. It was really, really good. Like, it was really good. 8-1 pizza.
8-1.
It's a high score. That's a big score.
Yeah.
An 8-1 is something you would drive for. Yeah, that's a good score. The sausage and pepper hero was really good too. Like, the food was good. Really, really good event, Jake. Thanks for putting that together. We appreciate everything that you did, bring the community together.
Were you surprised how many people seem to actually like you?
Yeah, because people generally dislike me. I think it has more to do with Decker than me. Like I said, that's why I bring her places, because it makes my Q rating go up. I'm more likable.
Well, you didn't even know she called the show yesterday when you were in the
clue.
shower.
Did
you go back and watch her call back?
I did. Look, it's a community, so she's going to be safe. But, like, I'm still a father. I still want to be protective of her. But I went back and watched it. Yeah, she's good. You guys are good. I trust you with my 9-year-old daughter. Like, community is good. Everyone's got our best interest out. I appreciate that. And she loves you, Jake. So I appreciate you always taking her call.
She has better calls than you.
She talks less Jets football than Chiefs fan. So I appreciate you taking her call. I really do. But the whole atmosphere, like, all those people showed up. And it's all because you put this family together, Matt. We really appreciate everything.
Well, I appreciate you coming, man. I mean, you probably had the longest distance out of anyone. I know you happen to be in New York for it, but you live in Texas, so I appreciate you making the trip.
Let me know when the next one is. I'll try to make the next one too, man. It was a good trip. And
I love it.
All right, Jay. I appreciate it.
Gary, appreciate you, man. Great to meet you in person. Gary walked in. The place went wild. A name that Gary just brought up is actually on hold right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Cheats fan joins us. Hello, Cheats fan.
What up? Half day, because I'm taking a half paid day because I do not want to be out there when it gets up to the 100 heat index. I was going to be out there, but they put the young kids on there, and when they put those 18-year-olds out there, all they do is just fuck around on their phone and not do the work. Sorry for the cursing, though.
Yep, I'm sure you'll curse 7 more times in this call. So that's
I mean, like, come on. By their age, I'm like was mowing yards like crazy. Come on, if you got a job, don't be on your phone. That's a quick way to get fired.
Do they still call you the lawnmower god?
Nah, I'm gonna be honest with you. Like, I'm half tempted to go back to Denny's because of the fact that they keep on hiring new people. No one wants to stay there. And every time there's at least 4 people not showing up to work.
Look, Denny's has a lot to offer, though, right?
Yeah.
That Grand Slam special is not going anywhere.
Yeah. But Jake, I did look at those ratings. I think you guys deserve an A- at least.
I would take an A-.
Yeah. Also, I'm probably going to piss a lot of people off with this, but I'd rather have an American team win the Stanley Cup than a Canadian team. Because America, number one, smile. But if it was the Rangers or the Islanders at that Stanley Cup, I would definitely be backing y'all. Because how great would it be? Like New York team wins and then the Jets win it all.
Sign me up for that, Chiefs fan.
But yeah, it is the weekend, so I do have a question for everyone.
Uh-oh.
Least favorite topping on a pizza. I'll start. Black olives.
I don't think I've ever had black olives ever on a pizza.
I was forced to eat that once on a Supreme Pizza, and I literally...
They forced you? Someone shoved it down your throat and said, you're eating this pizza with black olives.
As a kid up in the Chicago house with the family, we're not allowed to waste food. So, strict military family. I'm like, I'm not eating those olives. Well,
did you say, sir, yes, sir, a lot growing up?
Yeah, I had to say that. Like, yeah, I do that to random people. Like, I'm like, don't call me sir. I'm like, okay.
Can I call you Mr. Chiefs fan? Like, how do you want to be addressed?
If you want, yeah, sure. But I'm like, I don't know if what is your least favorite topping on the pizza, Jake?
Of ones I've tried, probably pineapple. I don't like pineapple pizza.
Younger me would love that stuff. As soon as I hit age 18, my palate went for more saltiness than sweet.
Really?
So, yeah, I went from loving sweets to having to have peanut butter with everything.
Well, I'm allergic to peanut butter, so I will not be having that.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, I'm actually allergic to nuts as well.
Almonds too.
Almonds, tree nuts, peanuts, D's nuts, all of them.
That sucks ass.
The only nuts I like is Mike D's nuts, who's not actually a nut.
But that's a cool emote that you guys made. I'm gonna be honest with you. How many more subs do we need to get to the next emote?
About 100 away from our new emoji.
If we're not there by August, I'll try to do some subs. I'm gonna be in North Carolina from
by August. Jeez, man, I think we'll get there by the end of the weekend. Knowing this.
Whoa. I'm gonna be in North Carolina for like 2.5 weeks, and that's the plan. That's where most of my money's going for July.
I can't wait.
Yeah, I'm seeing family for the first time. Family members are coming down from Boston and New York.
Are they gonna call you? Are they gonna call you Mr. Chiefs fan, or do you just go by Chiefs fan for them?
I just go by my regular name, which I don't want to dox myself. I got family members on both sides of the Yankees and the Red Sox, but I will always support the Yankees the most because it has the better stadium and has the better food.
Chiefs fan, I appreciate your time as always.
No problem.
Thank you, Chiefs fan, for joining us. Hennessy Heisman with a super chat. At least we know Gary's a real Jet fan. Did you see how hard it was for Allen to do the Jet chant? I knows he couldn't wait to take the jersey off. Ladies and gentlemen, to allow Allen an opportunity to respond, we simply do this.
Allen alert, Allen alert. Hi, Joe Alt from the 9 teams in front of us. Allen alert.
Hello, Allen.
Hello, how are you? This is going to be a brief call as they're packing my house today. So it's
wow.
Crazy. Wow. Yeah, nuts. I wanted to call in just for one reason. And that was to take one of the Asmaniacs to the woodshed for his crybabiness. And that's Mr. V-Man. V-Man, grow a fucking set. I get ripped on all the motherfucking time. And he cries because they talk about Puerto Ricans for like 2 minutes. Shut the fuck up. Enough. I loved V-Man. Now he just annoys me. He's on the same level as B-Mac right now.
Wow.
He is unbelievable. Crying like I said, I call him the male version of Alexandria Ocasio-Cortez. Okay? Crybabies. Enough. That's it.
Alan, I appreciate your points. I want you to know that many did ask about you last night.
I don't know. Yeah, I appreciate it. Thank you very much. And I saw that people were wishing me happy birthday today, so that was great too.
Is today actually your birthday? I didn't realize.
50.
Wow, happy birthday, Alan.
Thank you so much.
Did you wish for a Jets Super Bowl, or did you wish for them to be 7-10?
I wished for a Jets Super Bowl.
All right.
But I expect Saleh to be fired in January.
Of course you do.
So it's a little bit of both. But again, people take me to task and people rip on me all the time. Unlike that moronic head coach, I have plenty of receipts coming in January. Each one of you guys will have to apologize to the great Alon or Alan or whatever I call myself this week. But I'm glad. I don't know. My wife just called me both either. By the way, I'm glad that Gary was the toast of the town last night. That's awesome.
Alan, happy birthday, man, and good luck with the move.
Appreciate
I love it. Our good Alan call. I love it. He's right with some of the V-Man stuff. You know, I had V-Man's back today against this Hector guy because V-Man's my guy. We're gonna need V-Man to toughen up a little bit. All right. I think that's fair. I'm a V-Man guy. I want to make it clear. I back my guys on the show. Happy 50th birthday, though, Alan. I love it. Let's be real. Alan's biggest wish is a 7-10 Jet season. Oh, does he need it badly?
At the beach laughing my ass off. All I have to say is lose out. Clean fucking house and draft Joe Alt. Merry Christmas to all the solid truthers.
Big fella, super chat, cuts the line. He writes in, great take by Alan. Happy birthday, Alan. Yeah, we won't slander Alan today. We'll wish him a happy birthday. I'm going to need to pull the clip of him doing the Jet chant, though, from yesterday. Look at this guy. He almost looks like a real Jet fan in this photo. Almost. More of your calls right now. Ladies and gentlemen, Charlie's up next. What's up, Charlie?
Hey, Jake. How's it going?
Hey, Charlie. How are you?
I'm good. I'm actually off from work today, so I actually I was kind of bored, so I went to Dick's Sporting Goods and I found a Gotham City Jets shirt. I'm the only weirdo wearing football stuff in the middle of June.
Hey, but you had about 45 to 50 Jet fans last night who were wearing football stuff in June as well.
Yeah, people were probably like, "What the hell is going on over here? Am I in the wrong month?" But look, I got the Grimace. I got the Grimace hat too. Let's go.
Oh, I love it.
Got the purple Grimace. Let's go. Look, I'm looking forward. Well, first, let me make a mention about the B plus grade. I mean, we closed up every single hole in the offseason, every weakness that the team had. We fixed the O-line. We added a number 2 receiver. Man, we had a great draft. We have backups upon backups. So it's like, I don't understand. Once again, the hate. I see teams that have an A. They got an A. I'm like, what gives that team an A over us when we literally don't have a hole on our roster other than the injury question, which every team has. Like you say all the time, Patrick Mahomes is hurt. The Chiefs aren't winning. It just doesn't make any sense. But yeah, I have a question actually. So you're a Jets fan, and most people say that it's usually Jets and Mets. So
yeah, but
what
Charlie,
made you?
I just want to point out, you say you're a Jets fan. It was very similar to Lane asking me if I saw the game as I'm hosting a Jets postgame show about said game.
I'm just
I know what you're doing.
Get into my point. So you're a Jets fan and you're also a Yankees fan.
Yes.
What made you a Yankees fan? Because usually Jets and Mets go together. What pushed you towards the Yankees?
So I mean, typically Long Island is like Jets, Islanders, Mets. You're what's called a gym fan, and everyone is just a Knicks fan because the Nets have like 10% of like the New York City fan base, if that. But a lot of Jet fans are Yankee fans in Jersey, I've noticed. So for starters, so it's not everyone like Jets, Mets. Like my stepdad, for example, is Giants, Mets. So there are different combos. The reason why I am a Jet fan and not a Met fan is because my dad was a Jet fan, but he didn't really like baseball. Like, I guess if he had to pick a team, he would have picked the Mets, but he didn't care. My uncle, who was at our event last night, who many of you met, he's a diehard Yankees fan. He took me to my first game when I was a kid. So, like, I got the baseball fandom through him because he cared and basically, showed me the game growing up. So that's where that started. Like, if my dad cared about the Mets like he did the Jets, I would have been a Met fan.
What are you thinking about the Grimace era? What are you thinking about the Mets right now?
I mean, look, they're playing much better, right? But they've been streaky this year. Now they can't go
Yeah.
into a nosedive now that they lost the game, right? You know what I mean? Like they got to go out there and they have to, build on this winning streak that they were just on.
You'll be at Citi Field next week?
Yeah, I don't know which. I might go to both games or just one. I haven't bought tickets yet. I don't know if I'm maybe to go as media. I got to figure that out. But if anyone's going, I'll come wherever, come by where I'm sitting. We'll say hello.
I can stop by. We're hopeful. We didn't get tickets yet, but we were talking about getting tickets yesterday. So
I love it. Charlie Hart
Yeah,
in the
we'll
building.
meet up.
Let's go.
Yeah, let's go. Yeah, but it's going to be a good game. I mean, it's nice that the Mets are playing a little better now, and it can actually be a decent Subway Series because that's always good for the city of New York. So
Can't wait, Charlie. Good call, man.
all right, take care.
Charlie Hart checking. He's become a regular Charlie Hart. There we go. Who's going to emerge as our newest regular? Charlie's on his way. Jay Quest, who maybe called in wearing an animal mask, some are saying earlier this show. Can't wait to meet everyone at the home opener. Last night was epic. Truly feels like a family. I think that's the coolest thing when we do these events. It's not like there's like a getting to know period for the listeners. Like you guys all know each other, which is so cool. So we interact on the Discord, this show, the Bobby Midnight Zoom calls. It's pretty awesome. Tyrone with a super chat. He cuts the line. Wish I lived on the East Coast. Would have been there. However, I'm moving to Virginia Beach this summer. I'll be able to drive and catch a few games. Go Jets. Can't wait to meet you, Tyrone. And if you're driving later, I know you call my Mad Dog show. I'm on 7 to 10 tonight. Take your call. Put you right to the front of the line. Gator with an Asmaniac super chat. A very happy birthday celebration of the great Alan. Be well and good luck with the move. Cheers. How about that? Alan winning people over, including one of his biggest haters, Gator McCluskey. I actually have right here something I haven't played yet. Bobby Midnight was nice enough to record and send in a birthday message to Alan.
Bobby, you're never going to be friends. I own you.
Hey, I really don't give crap, you cartoon character.
Bobby, I heard the Emancipation Papers were filed by your daughter. Is everything okay?
You're a jackass, you know that?
And go Celtics.
Oh, be quiet. Irritating like zit on your ass.
Happy birthday, Alan. Comments, questions, super chat. We've only gained 7 members so far. This is probably our only show of the day, so we're going to make a dent towards getting another channel emoji. Consider hitting the join button and signing up to become an Asmaniac or turn on gift receipts. Rick Kemp made a rain earlier with 5 memberships, so maybe somebody else could do that as well before we wrap. Next up, Johnny Boy. What's up, Johnny?
Yo, what up, Broham? How you holding up, man?
What's up, Johnny? How are you?
Doing well. Hey, to the guy moving to Virginia Beach, Tyrone Garcia. Hey, if you're on the Discord, man, holla at me, bro. We have a big Jets club out here, and we always get together every Sunday and watch all the games throughout the whole season. So this is one of the reasons why everybody should have the Patreon and Discord, because we're able to go ahead. We're everywhere, right? And are able to unite and all that. I'm not gonna lie, bro. I was like really jelly of everything you guys were doing last night. Like, I wish I was there. It seemed like an amazing time. Seeing everybody on there, would have been dope. I would have tried to get you to do a keg stand or a keg toss, depending upon what would have occurred. But shout out to Matt O'Leary. That dude's like 7'8", bro.
Dude, Matt O'Leary was by far the tallest person there. Everyone's saying how short I am, and then in the pictures, right? Because you stand next to Matt, you look short. I'm 5'8". The biggest comment people made to me that I haven't met before. Wow, you're taller than everyone says. Yeah, I'm not like 5'2". I'm 5'8". But when I stand next to Matt O'Leary, I look like I'm 5 foot because he's like 6'7". It's crazy.
Yeah, I think we need dude to be on his knees. Well, hold on, mega pause. My bad, Matt. I did not mean to say that. When he's around everybody, dude. Yeah, I mean, bro, it looked dope, man. I was like seeing Quest there, Gary, Tommy OG. I mean, seeing them all, the Jenner G, Dre, yourself, I mean, your fam, dude. It is truly a family, bro. Like, everybody like looks out for each other constantly. I mean, me and my uncle, I mean, we're on here, we're consistently spitting stuff and talking about things and whatnot. But I did have a question for you, Jake. How was it being in the darkness retreat last night? Were you able to, open up your mind and see things, or how did that go?
Yeah, I did appear like I was in the dark during my Nick Shine call. It didn't appear I was. You know what? I shout out to Nick Shine for having me on the program. He made my Uber ride back to Manhattan last night more entertaining.
Yeah, dude, I was dying, bro, when you were there. Like you could see just little glimpse of your peace out when you were saying bye and everything
I was
like
like, see
that.
ya.
But yeah, man, look, dude, this whole thing with the ESPN stuff and the grades and all that, look, for us to shut everybody the hell up, we just got to win. Once we start winning, it's game over, bro. We're going to be the biggest a-holes out there, bro, to every other fan base that's out there because we deserve it, man. We've been through so much heartache. I don't know for how long already, and it sucks. And I cannot wait. I want my damn newborn to see freaking wins and just be happy. You know, my daughter, she's about to turn 10 next month in July and all that. She doesn't know it. She's like, oh, another season again going down the drain, but she's there with us. So, dude, awesome thing yesterday, bro. Like, I look forward to meeting you during the home opener. I know a whole bunch of us are going to be there as well. So, if anything, could I ask Bonesy's Uber driver to come pick us up from the actual stuff? Because he looks like a fun time. And, dude, tonight, brother, did you have a question that you wanted to ask Bonesy for tonight or him being on the show?
Yeah, ask him what it takes to be great. Because that's when I think of Mr. Bonesy, I think of greatness. How does he do it?
Let me write that down. Ask
Yep.
Bonesy how to be great. All right, got it.
All right.
411 dog. Hey, I appreciate you, man. This is awesome. You built this community, bro. Like real talk. So I applaud you for that, man. That's awesome, man. Keep it up, dog.
Well, Johnny, you're a big part of it, man. Thank you so much for calling in and supporting. And I can't wait to meet you at some games this year. I've never met Johnny in person. I met VR in person. He came out to Vegas with us last year. Clancy says those Boy Green doing karate or taekwondo are great. LOL. That they are. That they are. Boy Green. I want to fight that guy. Here's a no context super chat that I have no idea what happened because I didn't see the clip yet. But Jay Quest says hashtag free Murdog. Murdog, someone wants you to be freed. Joining us right now is someone who I don't know if has ever actually called into the show before. ISU_RB4L is up next. Hello, ISU.
What's up, Jake? I did call in. I called in during the mega cast one time.
Okay, there we go.
Yep. But here's number two. I just called in real quick to say I don't give a damn about rankings, any of that stuff. It's June Jets talk, man. This is what it is. So I will answer Chiefs fans' question. I went to Japan once and had octopus on pizza, and I'm going to tell you, it was horrible.
Oh, it sounds terrible.
It was awful. And then the only other thing I got to say is happy birthday to Alan's old ass. Have a good day. Talk to you guys later.
What an outfit. Great call. I love it. When you could call into this show, be funny, and under a minute, those are my favorite type of calls. Keeps the show moving, gets the people going. Tremendous. Ladies and gentlemen, joining us right now is a man who trekked all the way from Maryland to be at our event last night. Dre Day joins us now. What's up, Dre Day?
Hey, what's going on, baby? I'm on my trek back. Just leaving my mom's house. I'm in front of her building. Just leaving my mom's house. About to jump on this train and head back to Maryland, baby. But it was great. It was great. I loved it. Appreciate you. Great seeing the peoples, man. Fucking hell of a night, bro.
Thank you so much for coming out, man. It was awesome to meet you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Can't wait to see y'all in week 3. And so we can even turn up even more with everybody at the party, bro.
It's going down, man. It's going to be crazy.
All right. You already know. JETS, man. Just. Let's get it, baby.
Let's go, Dre Day. Safe travels back, man. Love it. Great to meet him last night. I think Dre Day traveled the furthest without having to fly coming from Maryland. Gary traveled the farthest via airfare. Bethpage Chris says, great chatting with you, Dre Day. Bethpage Chris, a big star last night, folks. The guy left the golf course to join us. Love to see it. All right, couple more, then we'll wrap. Jay writes in, will the Jets run BJ's favorite play, the annexation of Puerto Rico this season? I don't know. Should we just call it the V-Man, Jay? Merch King up next on the Gusbuster Hotline. What's up, Merch King?
What's going on, Jake, man? Can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
I want to make sure I'm in my car. It's the first time I called in from the car. So just want to say, man, I loved what you did last night. I wish I wasn't in Virginia and I was in New York. I'd come up and hang out with you guys. But when you have any watch parties on a Sunday, I'll be up there. I'll drive up and hang out with you guys because I want to meet all you guys. It was looked so great with you guys. I had a lot of fun, and it was great to see Gary, eating the pizza from a truck instead of the gas station. Just want to say happy birthday to Alan, and stop being a Jet fan. Go be a Giant fan, because he always wants us to lose and fire Sal. Dude, it's time to stop that. And V-Man, hey, you're a New Yorker, man. I know you're from Puerto Rico, but you're a New Yorker. Got to have some thick skin, man. People talk, but I got a name like Merch. Come on. I grew up with that back in the 80s. You know what the names I had to get with the Addams family. So, look, we got to just have fun. This is all about fun. And I just want to thank you for what you do. I'll start putting some more subs out there next week. And got to get you some more emojis. So that's all I want to say, man. I appreciate you, man. I love calling into your radio shows when I can reach you because I'm on lunch. I say, oh, Jake is online. So let me just get in there and say, hey, let's go Jets. That's what I'm saying. I'm not King Lowski, so I can't get that crazy. But, Lowski's my man.
I love it. Merch King, great call, man. Appreciate you. Looking forward to seeing you at a game this year for sure. Jay Quest checks in. Boy Green doing karate is like Kramer doing karate with the little kids. He might get jumped after. Happy birthday, Alan. Oh, my God. Boy Green, man. One of the greats. We had him on recently this week. Did I have him on, I think I know him Monday? He was on with us. It was a fun episode with him. The great Boy Green. Let me tell you, nobody, and I mean nobody, enjoys the post game after a Jets game quite like Boy Green did after the Jets lost to the Chargers.
So we're going to get into all of it here. Again, my name is Paul Eston Jr., a.k.a. Boy Green. I'm the New York Jets digital reporter for Heavy.com. We come 2 hours after every final whistle here for the post-game show. And I'm going to be honest. The only good thing that happened to me late tonight, early this morning, was making sweet, passionate love to my fiance, which I did after the article was written and that kind of stuff. That's the only good thing that happened. Not great. Terrible.
Not great. Terrible. The best. Dano writes in, will there be a Saturday Asman? Yes, with a special guest. Joe Blewett will join us. He will be on with us at 11 a.m. Eastern Standard Time tomorrow. Let's see. Shout out to Jay Quest. He apparently was the one who took the picture of Gary that we used here. All the pictures from behind the scenes are in the Discord. So if you want way more than what I put out on Instagram, because they only let me post 10 photos, or YouTube community posts because they only let me post 5 photos, or Twitter because they only let me post 4 photos. If you want like 100 pictures and some videos that I can't put on the show from last night, check it out. The good stuff, as it's known as. I love it. I actually just got this sent in here. Let's see if I can pull it up. So it's Alan's birthday. Here's Robert Sala's message to Alan.
When you lose, you're a loser. I suck. Joe D sucks. We all suck.
That's right. Alan's wish. Robert Sala fired in January. Nothing like it. Nothing like it. Dano says Blewett is the prince of June programming. Blewett's a good dude, man. We're going to be breaking down film on the new Jets players. Going to give you a little taste of what's to come. A little Mike Williams, Tyron Smith, Hassan Reddick, and then just talking about the team. Jay Quest says Boy Green versus Purple Belt Mike. Now that will be a battle. I love it. I love it. All right. that does it for me. You guys were awesome. I want to thank our brand new sponsor. The shirt I'm wearing is an Homage shirt. They have awesome Jets gear. Just want to show it off again. Please support them. Get yourself some gear for the new season. The link is in the description. They sent me an awesome care package here. I mean, for the OG Jet fans, they probably didn't have Super Bowl t-shirts when they won the Super Bowl during the 1968 season. So you can honor that team and our guy, Broadway Joe, by getting yourself a shirt from Homage. I have a QR code I'm going to put up on the screen. It will take you to their entire catalog of Jets gear. They got sweatshirts, shorts, hoodies, you name it. They have it. Shout out to Homage for being a part of our program. Folks, this was a ton of fun. Thanks again to everyone who came out last night. It was an absolute blast to meet so many of you in person, see so many of you guys. Once again, I want to thank NewYorkInjurySolutions.com for sponsoring the event. And if you want to donate, if you were there last night, it was a free event, but if you want to donate to a charitable cause, the National Alliance for Mental Health of Westchester, in honor of my friend from college who unfortunately passed away last month, Jason Wexler, you are more than welcome to do so. I'll leave it open till the end of the day. My Venmo, Jake-Asman, last four digits, 0471. You'll know it's me because I'm wearing a Jets jersey in the photo. And my Zelle is asmanjake@gmail.com if you want to send any payments to make a charitable donation. Thanks again to everyone who came out last night. And I know the perfect video to end the show on. Ladies and gentlemen, hit it, Neil.
Is Brock Purdy going to run for his life on the opener?